Stay right, then turn right.
So the current time we're coming up to 5, so we've got about 3 hours of driving before we need to find somewhere to sleep. I'm guessing we should be okay to get back into crash camp. Alright, almost 1,500 miles. No, I have not. I'm turning right on red. Corrupt police around here. That's my verdict after that ticket. There's a garage in this place too, available. I reckon in this game you shouldn't get a ticket for going through a red light unless there's a red light camera there or there is a cop around. Otherwise, no. I better check them and see if my lights are on, because otherwise I get a ticket for that as well. And the best way to do that, yeah, they are on. Right, can I reach the 75 this time? Didn't once in the first trip, did we? Didn't manage to make it at all. Oh no, I swore I actually thought I really did have enough to get in there. I was even surprised by the fact that there was a truck undertaking a car for a start. Then he hits the brakes and I had a look and I thought, well, if I can keep this constant speed up, I should be able to sneak into that lane. Boy, how wrong was I?
Go straight.
Better get in the cab view for this, otherwise I end up crashing into something coming in. There is painting going on still, so if you do hear some noises of sand or something like that, I apologise. Hopefully there won't be. I can hear it going now, but I think it's just doing the other houses, the other flats at the moment. should have, I suppose I do get in the other lane because they all drive slow in the rain, don't they? Of course, that's realistic. So we're definitely going to have enough for another garage at the end of this with the load we got on. That'll give us to 240, almost $250,000. But how much are the workers going to bring in? And yesterday on ATS, boy, did we have some really good amounts come in from our workers. 30s and 40,000 range, $40,000 range, well, euro range actually. And I think that's the reason why we ended up being able to not only afford a new garage, but managed to save up the $400,000 for a new truck. Which is another thing, I don't think it's on that list there. One of the other things is it started off with the first garage I had a budget of $150,000, which is the budget for all the workers' trucks. When we buy the workers' trucks, we buy trucks that are worth 150 grand within that, give or take. But every time we buy a new garage, that budget goes up 50,000 for the truck I'm going to drive. Then one of my lucky workers, actually one of the lucky brand new workers, gets to own that, drive around in that truck. So with 6 garages, that puts the budget up to 400,000. Aquaplaning a little bit, it's all good. I saw there was no car in the other lane, so I took the risk of turning a bit slower and waiting for it to grip again. Which is what I would have done in real life. Make use of all the road when you can for safety reasons. If it's safe to do so. Yeah, so I thought $400,000. We ended up, Chad ended up choosing the MAN truck yesterday to purchase. Purely because we had our new garage bought in the Isle of Man. So they wanted a MAN on the Isle of Man. There's 7 grand coming, so up to 130. And I thought 400,000 would be enough to fully buy everything really, but no, I didn't have enough money. But with ATS, and this is probably where it's going to make it, ATS sort of get ahead. I think that 400,000, we're going to have a lot of change left over. We won't be able to fully spend that 400,000, which I think happened with this Kenworth. The $350,000 budget. I think we didn't spend anywhere near the 350. Yeah, so I'm guessing today we're definitely going to have to, chat, you're going to need to let me know where our new garage is going to be. Whether or not we're going to have enough for another truck, which I also let chat decide. We're going through each brand first. We're down to 2 left, which is the Volvo and the Peterbilt. And once we've done that, we go back round again. And then so Chet gets to decide that. And then once we've decided what brand, Chet gets to decide what model of truck. Okay, which one have I forgotten about then? We've had Freightliner. Western Star, is that the one we haven't? Okay. Well, we can double check anyway. Look at this weather, it's getting worse. Oh, no, that's a bit of a sharp turn. Oh, I did it, I did slide. Well, once I saw how sharp that turn was going to be, I quickly tapped the brakes. And I didn't really want to fully turn the wheel that far, but I ended up having to. I thought once it grabs, it's going to cause trouble, but I managed to get away with that, so. Worked out okay for me, not for Causey. He would have loved it if I ended up upside down somewhere. Gives him a job to do, because he loves clipping it. He's got a library of me, which I wanted to do. I wanted to grab all those and do a YouTube video, JJ's greatest hits, me hitting stuff. Yeah, I almost finished myself right, yeah. Yeah, there was a couple of weeks ago with ATS, and it wasn't even raining, but I came to these sort of air spins and I hit the first one and went, oh, that's a bit sharper than I thought, so I better slow down for the second one. And I said to Chad, I said, oh, these are really sharp. And I did slow down for the other one, but not more than I was anticipating, because I ended up tipping over. So I came to a full stop. So, and I maintained that I did that. It wasn't an accident, it wasn't bad driving, it was just me letting Chat know, giving them a visual example of how sharp those turns were. And that's what Causey's talking about. Almost did it again. Jeez, it's really bad. The beautiful spring weather. Actually, I'm just looking at the sound levels. Did I not adjust the sound for this? I'm going to have to check that. Oh, I'm just going to quickly check the game sound levels. No, it's at normal sound. Just up real loud. Let's just bring that down to about there, shall we? Exhaust volume, we'll bring that down a bit. Actually, I might lift that up. Don't know why that's down low. Intro, music, CV, we're not interested in that, that's fine. Radio, we're not using. Interior sounds, everything else. Try that. Didn't make much of a difference. Maybe my compressor isn't set up properly. Hopefully you can hear me okay over the game sounds. Gotta love how the road instantly dries up. Hopefully they can change that in some stage for one of the updates. It'd be really, for me, I don't know anyone else, but it would be really nice if they can bring in all that. For instance, the weather, once it stops raining, the roads are still wet for a while. Especially, you know, we need to look for a place to stop and sleep. Especially when you've got cloud and no sunshine there, it's going to take a while. But it would be nice if they did bring in seasons. Wild weather, like, well, especially with ATS, you know, tornadoes possibly and stuff like that. And contend with gale force winds or something like that while you're driving, you're getting your truck pushing over the place. G'day Mike, how you bud? And regional weather as well, you know, so you don't get snow in Nevada but you'll get it in Colorado or something like that where it happens. Right, we need to look for a place. Let's just check the map here and see where the nearest... There's one off the road, nice and close. That'll do fine. We'll go there. It should probably be about, what, 3 hours drive, no my luck. Oh, hang on, next checkpoint, an hour and 33 minutes. Forgot about that. That little... But, no, don't worry. Gonna keep it. $7,000, we're up to 141. Anyway, how are you, Mike? How you doing, buddy? Were you alive in fifth build before? Okay, yeah.
Stay left.
I saw that someone was. I saw the icon, but I didn't actually go on the fifth build because I was running behind time. Oh, look at the lights on these bridges. I approve, especially the colour. It says stay left and I got the GPS pointing to the right up here. $20,000 from Oscar. Good lad. 162. Actually, after our sleep, we might be having enough for a new garage. Mind you, I said that yesterday on ATS Livestream, and it felt rather short after a sleep. No, that's good someone joined though. GameScenarios.com, deliverable, seen something or others. What's that bridge? Is that for trains or is that a walk? I assume that's for trains. It's a long way to walk. especially to nowhere because it doesn't look like there's anything around here. Well, maybe, oh, there we go. There you go, look at that, head to Wendy's, now we're in trouble. First one I've seen later says another $3,000. So there's a crash incoming, a disaster of some sort. I don't even know what that is. The only thing I know to do with Stanley is a Stanley knife. Sometimes called a box cutter.
Right.
Very, 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 very sharp knife. You do have them in the US, I've seen them on TV shows, but I don't know if you call them the same thing or they have the same name.
Exit right.
Actually, I got a funny feeling that actually called box cutters. You guys call them box cutters. Oh, we might as well get into cab view now, since we're going to just about sleep, and that's what we'll do the next day. Another grand, 13,000 away. How about you change to a lower gear? There we go, so you can actually get going up this hill. You alright? We're about to go to sleep. Yep. She's had enough of today by the looks of it.
Stay right.
Never ending the
right.
jokes about her looks. Her looks. I say it in plural.
Turn right.
No, it's just a look, isn't it? That says so many things. Boredom, disapproval, typical. All with one facial expression.
Go straight.
Or in her case, a tick. Facial tick.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Oh, okay, it's one of those games. One of those games, there's only been a couple of those around, I think. Should we fill up while we're here? We've got half a tank, might as well. If we can. I don't see anywhere where I can. Maybe not then, maybe let's just get to sleep. Actually, I think we've been to sleep here before. This reminds me, well, familiar. It reminds me. What does it remind you of? Somewhere you sleep before? It looks familiar. No, that's where we feel up. I'm my own person. I'm different. I go against the grain. Live life my own way. Coming in the different direction. The opposite direction of everyone else. Thinking, yes, I could choose your own adventure book, but on PC. Yeah, there's been ones like that, eh? Ones with multiple endings and stuff. Right, let's see, are we going to buy a garage? It's raining again. Yes, we are. No, Portal 2. Yep, I do know that. Right, so where are we going? Actually, let's go to Freight Market so we can actually get the... No, actually, doesn't... Hang on. It might come up... I press escape. There we go. Might come up with the garage for purchase. The states. Yes, it is. Okay. Well, we've got Northwest Territories. We've got British Columbia, Alberta, Sichuan, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, Newfoundland, but there's none in there. Prince Edward Island, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia, whatever that is, can't see because that's in the way. New Hampshire, we've got 2 New Hampshires. Vermont. Are these extra states? Well, that Massachusetts is. New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware. No, these are places, isn't it? I don't know. Virginia, Idaho. Oh, that's West Virginia, isn't it? North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Wisconsin. You can get your beer, Wisconsin burger. Missouri, Kansas, Utah, Nevada, California. We got Oregon as well. I said on Idaho, Montana. Nothing in there at the moment. Waiting for the DLC. Still waiting for the Texas DLC. New Mexico, Arizona. Then we've also got these choices down here. All these different names. So let's start off. Let's do it this way. If you want me to go to another one in Canada, that'll be number 1. If you want it in the US, number 2. If you want a garage in Mexico, number 2. I'll give you a bit of time to put that in. Where should we go? Canada, number 1, US, number 2, or Mexico, number 3? We got one for the US. Anyone else? Right, the US. So, what state in the US? Obviously, we've already got one in Colorado, we've got one in Texas, and we've got one in Washington. So, any of the other states, I hope that most of you watching are from the US, so you know what the states are. And if you are from the US and you don't know what the states are, then should have paid more attention at school. I also got Florida down here, East Coast, okay, so we've got like Florida, Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. Hang on, that's Virginia. What's this one here? Oh, that's West Virginia. Jeez, because it's missing that. Virginia, West Virginia, Virginia. That's Maryland, isn't it? Delaware, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York. So we've got either where you are, Causey, or where Mike is. Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, Pennsylvania. That's pretty much on the East Coast, isn't it? Not going to rush you at all, because the longer it takes, the better it is for you to use. New York. Anyone else with a suggestion? Give it 30 seconds to reply. While we're doing that, let's have a look at the locations in New York. That's the border there, through one of the lakes, and up and there, down there, I think. So we've got Albany. I think you guys pronounce it Albany, don't you? Albany, even though there's only one L. Can help myself. Cruise in Rochester. Oh, no, actual New York City. Yeah, New York's in New Jersey, isn't it? Or is that in New York as well? I would assume New York City is in New York. But I emphasize the word assume. Alright, so where are we going to go in the state? Yeah, okay, so it just comes down. So this will be number 1, Rochester, number 2, number 3, or number 4. We'll do it that way. So if you want a garage there, number 1. If you want a garage there, number 2. If you want a garage there, number 3. Or if you want a garage there, number 4. If you remember my story yesterday, Causey, about the Prozac and me having a drink and being at the stadium, that's where the stadium was. It was in Albany. No, you can't beat New York City. New York City generally beats you. And so we're not getting much else from anyone else. All staying mum about this. How's that smell? Looks like someone's burning incense or something. Alright, New York City it is. Which means we go there straight away. What's the time? We've been going for an hour. Well, there's a good chance we might end up getting a new truck as well. Let's have a check, see what trucks we got. Oh, once the job, yeah, that's right. We're in the middle of the job. We haven't finished it though. We've got International, we've got Peterbilt, we've got OK and Freightliner and Kenworth. Alright, so the choice will be between the Volvo and, what's that park? I'll P for park because they're having a break, are you? On duty? That's what I assume. That's new to me as well. I've never seen those before. What is that? Where's your log? Oh, I'm looking at trucks, not logs, am I? Alright, let's finish the delivery off. And then we'll relocate everything. Yeah, so we're only 360 grand away. Is that truck still beside me? Well, it's a good amount of income that came in. I will fill up while we're here too. I hate seeing that. Couldn't find a job. I hate it for two different reasons on each game. I hate it on the ETS because it cost me so much. And I hate seeing it on the ATS because it reminds me of how much it cost me so much on ETS. Because the difference is about 1,000. If this was ETS at the moment, there would have been a 1 in front of those figures. Oh no, I can't go that way. Oh, I'm a little too close to the barriers there. I know, I thought I could go that way. Why are the arrows pointing this way if you can't get out this way? Well, obviously you can't come in this way to there, but I mean, why don't they have a sort of a arrow indicating to turn left here? Why do I have to do all the thinking? Apparently we're going to need another sleep too. 23 hours away. Mind you, we aren't moving much at the moment. Once we get up and running, that hopefully comes down a bit. GPS, where's your arrows to tell me where to go? Guessing I can't get back onto them.